They bring this forward. That is a lovely ball through to Nunes. Where are my defence? No idea. Gives it to Basuma. Gives it to Kane. Lovely ball. Kane to strike. Lovely ball into Gabriel Jesus. And oh my word, for a second, I thought Lloris had just left that and that was going in the back of our net. Welcome back everyone to another episode of my FIFA 22 career mode with Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. And we have another very, very exciting episode. We've got 4 games to play as we're going to finish off the month of January. We've got 3 Premier League games and 1 Carabao Cup game. So we've got the Wolves game away, which I think I'm going to play. We've then got West Brom away in the league as well, which I think I'm going to sim. Then, of course, we've got the huge second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. If you did manage to check out the last episode, you'll see we drew 0-0 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So you could probably say that puts Chelsea in the driver's seat as they will have the home advantage in the second leg. And then, of course, we're going to finish off with an absolutely huge North London derby at home to Arsenal in the Premier League. And speaking of the Premier League, you can see we're only 2 points clear of Chelsea. So you can see we've also got more beef with Chelsea, not just in the Carabao Cup, but also in the Premier League. And Manchester United, they're only 6 points behind us. So I wouldn't write them off just yet. They, any decent results for them and any poor results for us can definitely bring them right back into the fight for the title. But as for us, we're going to kick off this episode with a home game against Wolves, which we are, of course, going to play. And on to the first game of the episode, it is away at the Molineux Stadium against Wolves. And as you can see, we have gone, of course, back to our usual starting 11. Emerson Royale, the only real change coming in for Ricardo Pereira, but obviously those two generally tend to rotate more than any other players in the team. And as for Wolves, they've matched us at the back. They've gone with 3 at the back. They've got 2 in central midfield as opposed to our 3, but obviously they've got 3 up front. So hopefully that means we can have the extra man in midfield and hopefully get a decent result. So away we go then, first game of this episode, and it is a very, very important game. As to be fair, they all seem to be at the moment in this title challenge. We cannot afford to drop any points. This is a game we really should be winning. Yes, we are away from home, but we do have a better team than Wolves, and so hopefully we should be able to get the 3 points. But a bit of a dodgy start there. We do manage to clear the ball. Bastoni out wide to Gaia. Infield to Højbjerg. Look for the run of Kulusevski. Find him. Give it to Kane. Going to look for the run of Son. That is a beautiful ball. I think Son's offside. I thought he was offside. He wasn't, you know. And that is a good save from the goalkeeper. First chance really of the game. And to be fair, could Son have done better from there? Maybe he could. Maybe I could have passed it across to Kulusevski. I don't know. But I am going to have a corner. I'm going to try and swing this into the penalty spot. To De Ligt is there. Over the bar. Emerson Royale, got to win that. He doesn't. And now they pick it up in field. Give it back. And that, I thought Romero was going to be able to get there. He's not. That is so poor. That is so poor from us. Romero completely done so easily. Oh, that is so poor. That's such a cheap goal to give away. Such a cheap goal to give away. Let's go to the replay. Passes it back in field, just knocks it past Romero, just completely outstrengths him, just barges him out of the way, drives into the penalty box, sticks it in the top right-hand corner. It's Wolves 1, Tottenham 0. Basuma, lovely interception from him. Gaia finds Kulusevski, looking for Kane, finds Kane, into Son. Son tries to go around the defender, he does go around the defender, strikes. 1-1, lovely goal from Heung-min Son. Great finish. Absolutely smashed that into the top right-hand corner. Left the keeper with no chance whatsoever. I was literally about to say that we're not really getting too much luck out wide because obviously they do have the 3 centre-backs, obviously the 2 wingers. So they've matched us up defensively, but we don't need the wide positions. We need Harry Kane and Heung-min Son in the centre, and Heung-min Son absolutely buries that into the top right-hand corner, and it's 1-1. Royale with space to run into, goes to Kane. Kane going to try and lift this over the top. He does. That is a good ball. Emerson Royale can run into it, but I've got no one in the box. And the Wolves player sells himself. Kane is there, but he's not where I need him to be. Højbjerg, lovely turn. It was a decent strike, to be fair, with his left. Keeper made a bit of a meal of it, but eventually managed to collect. Wolves, because Wolves have matched us defensively, we are struggling to find any specific space. The way I normally play with a lot of width Normally my wing-backs get in really good positions, but I'm not having so much luck in this game. Kulusevski almost in, but Basuma blocks. Gives it to Kane. Back to Basuma. Keeper clears that away. I thought it was going to go back to Kulusevski, but it wasn't. It was Basuma. Wolves get it clear. Can they counter? Looks like they can. Can Basuma get there first? He can't. They bring this forward. That is a lovely ball through to Nunes. Where are my defence? No idea. What a save from Hugo Lloris, keeping us in the game. Somehow that was a big chance for Wolves. A big chance that goes begging. Made a switch in the hope in the last 10-15 minutes we can hopefully get something from this game. It was a pretty poor ball across from Emerson Royale. Skip wins that in the air. Kane back to Skip, who strikes. Good save from the goalkeeper. It was a decent strike from Skip in the end, but nothing comes of it. He's not there, couldn't get his head to it. Lucas Moura is there, does just get to it in time. Gives it back to Emerson Royale. Need a decent cross into the box. But the whistle, I think, is about to go. Kane can't get there. Wolves get it clear. I'm pretty sure that is it. 1-1 here at the Molineux. That's a tricky result for us, to be honest. I said at the start of the game, it's a game that we really need to be winning. And annoyingly, it's a game that we drop 2 points with. It ends here against Wolves, 1-1. And I think that is going to put Chelsea right back in the driver's seat in the Premier League. And it's on to game number 2 at the Hawthorns against West Brom. And as you can see, I've stuck with my usual starting 11. Again, the only change is rotation at right back with Ricardo Pereira coming in for Emerson Royale. He had a half-decent game, but I wasn't 100% confident. He did have a little bit of fatigue, so I thought I'd make the change. And in terms of West Brom, they've matched us at the back, similar to how Wolves did. So, going to be interesting to see whether or not we can work our way around that. But we are going to sim the game rather than play it. So let's hope we do manage to get around it, and let's hope we can get a decent result. And it's a terrible result. 3-1 to West Brom. And this episode is going from bad to worse. 2 points dropped against Wolves, and 3 points now dropped against West Brom. So we are in a really, really difficult position. Højbjerg, the only person to get on the score sheet. West Brom stick 3 past us against my first team. So, yeah, really, really poor result. We had 60% possession to their 40. More shots, more chances. Clearly, couldn't put them away. They had 3 shots, 3 chances, 3 goals. Unbelievable. Great game from West Brom. Terrible, terrible game from us. And due to our previous win against Wigan in the FA Cup in a previous episode, I've actually got a bonus game that's just come into my calendar. And it is an FA Cup game against Newport. So it is Newport, so I think I will go ahead and sim that game. And I am going to go full rotation and make sure that all of my second, I don't want to say second string, but more of my fringe players get a game. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do some rotation. And again, hopefully, we can have a bit of a better result than we did against West Brom, and we can get past Newport in the FA Cup. You have got to be kidding me. 2-2 at home to Newport County in the FA Cup. You have got to be kidding me. That is unbelievable. An 83rd equaliser from Baker Richardson gets the FA Cup replay for Newport at their home stadium. That is an absolute shambles for us. And even with a fully rotated team, this is a game we really, really should be winning. So, yeah, some terrible results so far this episode. And now we've got Chelsea and Arsenal to come. So, yeah, really not looking positive for the 2 most important games of the episode. And here we go on to the penultimate game of the episode, and one of the most important games of the episode, one of the most important games of our season so far. Second leg at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. As you can see, it was 0-0 with the first leg. So yeah, Chelsea very much have the advantage with them playing at home at Stamford Bridge. So I've gone with my first team. Hopefully they can put in a better performance than they did against West Brom. Let's see how we get on. Chilwell drives forward, lays that into the box. They drive, good ball in. It's away from Bastoni. Loftus-Cheek will pick this up. Chelsea very much in the ascendancy. Early doors, easy catch for Lloris though. And we fortunately get control of the ball, but Chelsea are all over us. And Ricardo Pereira doesn't do very good there. Aubameyang gives it to Havertz. And Havertz, that's a big opportunity for Chelsea. Good, pretty much, well, easy save you would say for Lloris. We do get the ball away. Chilwell into Aubameyang, into Havertz. Havertz turns, gives it to Loftus-Cheek. Nice play from Chelsea here. Goes past Romero. Interchanging pass in between Havertz, who ends up booting it against Loftus-Cheek. And Ziyech just brings that forward. Lloris, fortunately, was the only one paying attention because I don't know where my team were. And to be honest, we've not really started this first half particularly well. We haven't carved out any opportunities, but Gaia can now bring this forward. Heung-min Son, can he get there ahead of Reece James? He can. Brings this in field. Reece James, though, with a good challenge. Heung-min Son to pick this back up, though. Gives it to Basuma. Gives it to Kane. Lovely ball. Kane to strike. That is a big opportunity that goes begging. Harry Kane in that position. You would put your house on him scoring. Blazes it over the bar. And that is the best opportunity of the game for us. It's the best opportunity of the game, full stop. Falls to the man, Harry Kane. Still 0-0. Havertz into Ziyech. Lovely play. Nice little through ball. They drive forward again. Aubameyang picks it up. Where on earth is Romero going? Absolutely nowhere. And Chelsea take the lead. It's horrendous defending from, well, I guess I'm controlling the player, so it's horrendous defending from me, but I'm going to blame Romero. Horrendous defending from Romero. Once again, it's the second played game I've had where it's been really, really poor from him. Leaves an acres of space in our penalty area, and they slot it past Hugo Lloris. And Chelsea now lead at Stamford Bridge here in the Carabao Cup, 1-0. Chelsea get this clear. Aubameyang has it now into Havertz. We've got less than 40 minutes to try and find a goal here at Stamford Bridge. And at the moment, it's not looking particularly positive. Chelsea have it in our half, playing some really nice football. Aubameyang picks this up now, drives forward, lovely ball into the box. Havertz, well wide, and we get away with that. We're not playing particularly well here at Stamford Bridge. We've got to do something. De Ligt to Pereira. Time is ticking away here at Stamford Bridge, and I have made a change. I've gone 4-3-3. I've brought Richarlison on out wide. And can Kane come in here? He can. He's got to score. He does. It's 1-1. And I think that should give us the away goal. Harry Kane with a lovely, lovely finish. It's 1-1 here at Stamford Bridge after a complete mix-up at the back for Chelsea. It's a brilliant, brilliant finish from Harry Kane. And it should give us the away goal. And that means we are now leading, technically, 1-1. I know we're not obviously leading, but it's 1-1. We lead with away goals. And that gives us 1 foot into the Carabao Cup final. Ricardo Pereira. Just got to be sensible here now. Nothing funny. Just got about 15 minutes to hold on. Harry Kane, not really being challenged by any of the Chelsea players. Gives it to Gaia. Gives it to, or almost gave it to Heung-min Son, but now Chelsea can break. Havertz gets away from Bastoni pretty easily. Now Dybala, gives it in field to Hakim Ziyech. Gives it back. And it's Chelsea 2, Tottenham 1. Literally minutes after I say we've just got to be sensible, not give the ball away, and just ride the next 10 or 15 minutes out. We go and give the ball away, and Chelsea put the ball in the back of the net with the substitute Dybala. It's lovely build-up play from Chelsea. It's a lovely finish. And Chelsea now, with just over 10 minutes left, they now have 1 foot in the Carabao Cup final. What can we do to respond? Suma gives it to Kulusevski, who dropped deep. I'm looking for options, can't really find any. Give it to Skip. Chelsea now pretty much with 11 men behind the ball. They've got the goal they needed, so now all they need to do is defend. But Basuma has it, gives it to Kane. Can Kane get there first? He can. He can't finish, can he? No. Brilliant, brilliant defending from Koulibaly. And you can't help but think that was the opportunity for us to score and to level the game up. Big chance from Harry Kane. And again, similar to the chance in the first half, if it was going to fall to anyone, you'd want it to fall to Harry Kane. And he doesn't take the opportunity. But now Chelsea, in my penalty area, could strike Lloris. What are you doing? Fortunately, we do manage to hack that away. Desperate defending. 2 minutes left of normal time. We give the ball away, and this is not looking positive here whatsoever. Basuma can't get it clear. Is that game over? No, it's not. I think that's going to be a foul. And it is, and it's a Chelsea substitution. Gaia takes the free kick. Bastoni gives it in field to Basuma. Gives it to Oliver Skip. I was going to try and find Richarlison, but that is it. It is game over. We lose 2-1 to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and we are out of the Carabao Cup. It's our first opportunity for silverware this season, and we have blown it. We were in a great opportunity. We were in a great position, I should say, to take advantage of a great opportunity, and we do not. So, annoyingly, Chelsea once again proving to be our bogey team. They knock us out of the Carabao Cup, and to be honest, this episode goes from bad to worse. It ends here at Stamford Bridge, 2-1 Chelsea, and Chelsea proceed into the Carabao Cup final. And now it is on to the final game of this episode, and what a game for us to try and make amends. North London derby at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and as you can see with the standings, United have actually dropped to 4th, City now up to 3rd place, only 3 points behind us. Somehow, despite our poor run of form, we still sit top. I'm presuming that is probably on goal difference. Chelsea level on points with us with 48, and it is because of goal difference. We do have a 24 plus goal difference to Chelsea's 19, so that is why we currently sit top. But huge game against the 7th place Arsenal, and if we lose this, Chelsea, City and United can either close the gap or go above us. So this is an absolute monster game against Arsenal. Fingers crossed we can get a decent result. But annoyingly, because of that midweek game against Chelsea, I've got a lot of fatigue in my team, so I've had to make several changes. You can see Longley and Lacroix have come in defence in place of Bastoni and De Ligt. Romero keeps his place, Emerson Royale and Sessegnon in the wing-back positions. Basuma keeps his place because I don't really have any other options, because Skip has also got lots of fatigue. Højbjerg is his partner in midfield, with Brian Hill coming in for Kulusevski, and as you can see, Son is partnered by Richarlison. So a game I did not want to drop Harry Kane for. He is prolific against Arsenal, but he's run ragged with fatigue, so I have had to bring Richarlison in. Richarlison hopefully can do a decent job against Arsenal. As you can see with Arsenal, they are full strength, so again, it's at home. It's going to be a difficult game. We are on a terrible run of form, so fingers crossed we can hopefully try and make amends. Basuma gives that to Brian Hill. Picked up a lovely little space in midfield. Son gives it out wide to Sessegnon. Plays in Richarlison. Lovely ball from Richarlison. Gives that to Son. There's no one in the box apart from Brian Hill. We can't get there ahead of Ramsdale. To Emil Smith-Rowe. Doesn't get there ahead of Emerson Royale. Romero has it. Gives it away to Vieira. Odegaard picks this up now. Lovely ball into Gabriel Jesus. And oh my word, for a second, I thought Lloris had just left that and that was going in the back of our net. Lloris a little bit too comfortable for my liking. Let's see from this replay. Okay, it was a way wide, but from the camera angle that I could see, it did not look way wide, and I thought Lloris was just being way too comfortable. Basuma into Richarlison. Nice ball into Son. Son tries to play this out wide to Sessegnon. Sessegnon tries to find Richarlison, but instead he finds Brian Hill, and Brian Hill with a lovely finish to stick us 1-0 up here against Arsenal. It is a big goal, and it is a much needed goal in this episode. We take the lead at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against Arsenal. Lovely goal from Brian Hill after a great cross from Ryan Sessegnon. I was actually aiming for Richarlison, as you can tell from the commentary, but Brian Hill got in there ahead of Ramsdale and got in there ahead of Richarlison. I don't really care either way though. We are 1-0 up here, and this is a big goal in the context of the Premier League and this episode. Sessegnon looks in field to Brian Hill. Gives it to Richarlison. Tried to give that to Son, but Gabriel intercepted. Odegaard brings this forward for Arsenal. Gives it to Jesus. Lovely ball back to Vieira. Lloris with a good save. Thought Emerson Royale was going to be able to get there, but he doesn't. Emil Smith-Rowe tries to go past him, but good defending from Emerson Royale, and we can bring this forward. Basuma now. He's got space to run into. Looking for the run. Oh, he's looking for the run of Richarlison. But Son could have got there. Does. 2-0. What on earth was going on in the Arsenal defence? Horrendous defending from Arsenal. I don't care. It's 2-0. And Richarlison and Heung-min Son, it was the two of them against the one defender. I don't know what he was doing. He could have booted that clear. I think, was it Gabriel? I think it was Gabriel. What on earth was he doing? But Richarlison got the block in, fed it to Heung-min Son. Acres of space. Ramsdale not able to get out quick enough. Heung-min Son buried it. And it is 2-0 here against Arsenal. Vieira. Odegaard has this. Dangerous position now. Lovely little flick into Gabriel Jesus. Plays that through to Saka. Lovely ball in. It's Romero away. That is a big interception from Romero, as I think Odegaard was about to jump in there and get a goal for Arsenal. But they do have a corner. And I think Romero, annoyingly, has picked up an injury. Sessegnon with an acrobatic clearance, only out as far as Odegaard. Son can't get there. Odegaard to Thomas Partey, who sends that wide. Romero does have an injury, And I am going to have to make a substitution. Odegaard drives forward, gives that to Gabriel Jesus. Doesn't really have too many options though. He's pretty isolated up front, but he does manage to find Emile Smith-Rowe out wide. Goes past Emerson Royale, brings it back to Zinchenko, tries to float that one in. It's away from Højbjerg, and Højbjerg gets there. I was going to say gets there ahead of Gabriel Jesus, but he doesn't. Zinchenko goes round him. Vieira. Gabriel Jesus. Back to Vieira. Lovely finish. Arsenal are back in this game. Hugo Lloris with no chance. That is a great finish from Fabio Vieira. In off the post. 2-1 here. And annoyingly, Arsenal are right back in it. Charlison gives that away to Gabriel Jesus. Odegaard now has it back to Jesus. Back to Odegaard. Defensively, we're all over the shop. Oh, De Ligt can't get it away. Lloris with a big save. And I literally am all over the shop. Panicked defending at the back. And Lloris saves my bacon. Still 2-1. Just. Emerson Royale finds Richarlison. Gives it back to Emerson Royale. Got space to run into. Knocks that ahead of him. Can he drive into the box? Can he find a man? He can find Bryan Hill. And he finds the back of the net. 3-1 here. And that is a big, big goal. We needed that goal. And we needed daylight between ourselves and Arsenal, as they were looking the more likely to score out of the two of us. Bryan Hill again, who to be fair has been man of the match for us so far. It's a great finish from him after some good work between Richarlison and Royale. Nice little dink into the box. And Bryan Hill with too much power powers that past Ramsdale. And it's Tottenham 3, Arsenal 1. Odegaard. Thomas Partey brings this forward for Arsenal. Out wide to Saka. Gives it back to Tomiyasu. I thought Ryan Sessegnon was going to be able to intercept that. He did, but then Tomiyasu with a great challenge on him into Odegaard, into the box. Lacroix with a great, great block, as that was surely going to be another goal for Arsenal. Lacroix having a good game in central defence, and Odegaard, it's not Odegaard, it's Emile Smith-Rowe, puts Arsenal back into this game. It's a second goal for Arsenal, and just as I was saying, Lacroix was having a decent game. Defensively, we were all over the shop once again. Arsenal with a second goal, and to be fair, I don't really know what we were doing at the back. Literally just desperate defending, trying to get it clear through De Ligt's legs, off of Hugo Lloris, goes straight back into Emile Smith-Rowe, and on the volley, on the rebound, through the legs of, I think that was Longley, and Arsenal right back in this game. It's 3-2 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and well, with just under 20 minutes left, it is game on once again. Højbjerg flings that over to Sessegnon, wins that in the air. Højbjerg able to take that down on his chest, nicely done. Bryan Hill looks for Richarlison, finds Richarlison. Richarlison, good block. Big, big block from Zinchenko, as I was about to strike that, hopefully, in the bottom corner. Big challenge from him. We have a corner. Again, just trying to be professional here. Lacroix gives that to Longley. I'm literally just trying to play this about the back. It's poor control there from Lacroix. As Emerson Royale gives this to Richarlison. I'm going to try and find Emerson Royale again. He does manage to keep it in, doesn't manage to keep it in. But hopefully, with 30 seconds left in Arsenal's half, I don't think they're going to be able to get this up quick enough into our box. And they do not. It is game over here at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. 3-2, what a North London derby. I'm pretty sure, well, we pretty much had it in our hands. We were 2-0 up, 3-1 up. Did our best to try and throw it away, but fortunately, we do manage to get the job done. It's 3-2 here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and that is a big, big win after what has been a pretty dismal episode, to be fair. Knocked out of the Cup. Dreadful, dreadful results, both in the FA Cup and in the Premier League. But fortunately, we get the job done against Arsenal, and hopefully, that will keep us at the top of the table. And I was going to end the episode with that game against Arsenal, but because of the draw against Newport County earlier on in the episode, we obviously have to play them in the replay. So I'm going to go full rotation, and it's a game I'm going to sim because, again, it is a game we really should be winning. So, as I said, I'm going to go full rotation. Hopefully we can get the job done, and hopefully we can go through to the next round of the FA Cup. And we do get the job done, 5-2 away at Newport County. To be fair, they've still stuck another 2 goals past us, so pretty poor from us, to be completely honest, considering even though it is our rotated team, we're still conceding 2 goals, which is pretty poor. But at the end of the day, we get the job done. Richarlison gets 2, Kulusevski gets 1, and Lucas Moura gets 2 as well. So we will proceed to the next round of the FA Cup, and hopefully we can get a decent draw. And that will be that for the end of this episode. We have reached the end of January, and at the end of January, we still sit top of the table, just level on points with Chelsea in second. City and United must have dropped points. I think they did drop points, to be fair. It looks like City, if I just scroll down to the bottom, let's have a look. We beat Arsenal 3-2. So City, they drew 1-1 to Newcastle, and United lost 3-2 to Fulham. So big results for us at the end of the episode. Really helped us turn this one around, as it was looking like a pretty dire episode after all of the results we had. But we managed to get through the FA Cup, and we managed to keep our place top of the table in the Premier League with 24 games played. Liverpool in 5th, and if we scroll down, Arsenal all the way down in 10th. So pretty poor season from them so far. And if we go to the bottom, West Brom, Brentford and Stoke, the pretty obvious culprits to be in the bottom 3, and they are very much in the bottom 3. So not looking good for those 3 teams, but for us, it is still looking good. Top of the table, 24 games played, 14 games left. Can we keep it up? Fingers crossed we can. If we look to the calendar for the very next episode, moving into February, we've got 4 games to play. One at home against Brighton. We've got an away tie in the Champions League, so we've been drawn against Inter Milan. That is going to be a huge game. That is a very, very exciting game. Really, really looking forward to that. Away in the league against Liverpool, and then a big game at home to West Ham. So, yeah, some cracking games to come in the next episode. But if you have enjoyed this episode, please feel free to like and subscribe. Not quite sure why it's still saying 4th round replay, as we have just beaten Newport, but maybe that's a little bit of a glitch from FIFA. But anyway, as I said, if you have enjoyed this episode, please feel free to like and subscribe. It will do the channel an absolute world of good, and hopefully I will see you again next time.